Hello financial fans, it's Friday, it's the 25th day of February of 2022 and all is well here, too cold for me, but anyway, as far as stocks are concerned, the stock market is up today. Let me take a quick look here and see just how much it is up as of right now. The S&P 500 is up 1.69%. The Dow Jones is roaring much higher, 2.08%, and the NASDAQ is up 0.95%, almost 1%. My portfolio is up 1.92% right at this moment, and I did buy three different stocks a little bit earlier today. And the market is still open and moving up and down. And let me take a look here. The first stock I'll mention that I bought, CIG, I bought at $2.51 a share. That's a penny stock. It's a low price stock, CIG, and it has good looking numbers. I don't know if it will continue to have great looking numbers or not, but it looks good right at this moment. And penny stocks, this is not a penny stock that's on the bulletin board or the pink sheets or the over the counter. This is on NYSE, and it could soon be a much more expensive stock perhaps. I'm not a financial advisor. Any money you put in the stock market you can lose. I also bought ET, symbol ET. I bought that for $9.78 a share, so this is also another low-cost stock, ET, that I bought today. And I bought T. T is AT&T. I've owned that in the past, and I buy it, it goes down, then goes up, then I sell it, then it goes down again, and I buy it. So I bought AT&T at $24.08, and we'll look at the numbers for those three stocks plus one other stock right now. And what is going on politically and as far as the war is concerned and all the world events that are affecting the stock market. The stock market continues to go up and down, and you try to buy when it's down low and you try to sell when it's up high. And I think the two best moves I made this year, I don't have the numbers here in front of me, but I sold Tesla at, I think it was about $1,109 a share if I remember correctly, and I sold Amazon at when it seemed to reach its high for right now, but I assume both of those stocks will go up more in the future at some point. But what do I know? We're going to begin by looking at a stock here. These are stocks to consider, and I don't recommend investing in the stock market until you study the market for at least a year. And also right now might be a time for you, instead of going into the stock market, to look at real estate, because here in the Nashville area, real estate went up 18% last year in value, and this year it looks like it's headed for a 20% increase in value, and you can still get some low interest rates depending on your credit rating, etc., etc. But don't just be in a big rush to buy stocks. Know what you're doing. Have an understanding of how the roller coaster works. You get on at the bottom and you get off at the top. You get on at the bottom, you get off at the top. And we shall begin by looking at the stocks to consider. CIG, that does not stand for cigarettes, and I'm not going to try to say the words that make up the name of the company, but CIG is a symbol. And as of this moment, CIG is trading for $2.51 per share. And we look in the left-hand column, 2/3 of the way down, 52-week range. $1.95 was the low for this stock over the past 52 weeks, and $2.77 was the high. And the average volume, 6.8 million shares trading every day. And we look down at the bottom of the column, on the left, and it says undervalued. People who study the stocks closely consider this to be undervalued. And in the middle column, third item down, we see the PE ratio is 5.31. That is very low, and low is good for a PE ratio. And we go down a little bit further, we see the forward dividend and yield, almost 10%, 9.9%. And that's done with a 26 cents per share payment. That gives us 10% almost. And you see that their earnings per share, the last time reported, was 47 cents, which covers that dividend. The dividend looks safe right now. We don't know, of course. We cannot predict the future. Some things are hard to predict, especially the future. 1 year target estimate, $2.95. That would be a good move upward if that stock does move upward. And I do own that stock. I bought that one today. Next stock we look at, Energy Transfer, symbol ET. And 2/3 of the way down, the column on the left, 52-week range, $7.37 was the low, $11.55 was the high. It's right in the middle of those numbers there. It's at $9.76 during this trading day. And we look down near the bottom of the column for the average volume. 23 million shares trade every day, so that is a very active stock. And it is still a low price stock, and according to the experts, we look at the bottom, they consider this stock to be undervalued, meaning they think it might be headed higher. And if it does go higher, if the market goes higher, and who knows this year with all that is going on, whether or not the market as a whole will be going up or down. The beta of the stock is 2, a little over 2. And that means that if the market is going down, this will go down twice as much, probably. And if the market's going up, this will go up probably twice as much as the market percentage-wise. The earnings per share, $1.80, and forward dividend and yield, 7% plus is the forward dividend and yield. Well, the dividend is 70 cents. Which is well covered by that $1.89 earnings per share. And if that continues, it should be good news for this stock. And the experts consider this stock, those who rate stocks consider the 1 year forecast to be $14.32 per share from the current $9.76, and that is a big move upward. Next, we look at the stock I do not own at this time. I sold this one for a profit a few months ago. This is Intel, INTC. And Intel is doing well right now. 2/3 of the way down, the column on the left, 52-week range, $43.63 was the low for Intel, and the high was $68.49 in the past 52 weeks. So it has lots and lots of headroom. And it is a little bit higher than the low for the past 52 weeks. Average volume, 38 million shares trading every day, and that is a very active stock. The PE ratio, third item down in the middle column, slightly under 10, 9.77, and this is Intel, which is a big name, and they should be selling lots of chips when the quarantines and all the regulations are over and everybody goes back to work and everything is just humming along. Forward dividend and yield, a little over 3%. 1 year target, $54.40. That would be a good move upward for Intel if that should be the case. And the last stock we'll look at is T. AT&T, the symbol is T. I bought this stock today. And the 52-week range, 2/3 of the way down, the column on the left, $22.02 was the low, so it's near the low. And the high was $33.88. It is going up nicely today. The average volume, 62.5 million shares, almost 63 million shares every single day being traded of AT&T, so there's a very active stock. The PE ratio in the third place there, third item down in the middle column, PE ratio 8.67, under 10, that is good. We look at the forward dividend and yield, 8.95, almost 9% yield you get on that stock if you're holding it, and if it does continue to pay out at that rate. 1 year target estimate, that would be a big move upwards to $29.49 if that should happen. I thank you very much for watching.